Welcome race fans to day 9 and the final day of the 2019 World Jet Boat Championships. Big thanks to Compression Technology for sponsoring today's highlight video. Today's the day when we crown the champions in FX, CX, A-Class, U-Spec, and Unlimited. Is there going to be leader changes? We're about to find out.
The first heat of the day was filled with 5 CX boats and the last running FX boat. Much like Saturday, Randy Huff took off to a great start and led the entire first heat, while the New Zealand team of Roger and Tim cruised along in second. Trapper and Landon were the excitement in the heat, racing side by side for almost the entire race. Once again, it was great to see Grant Perry back up and running again with his newly installed CX motor. But the real story in this first heat was the sole running FX boat of Tanner Froehlich. Tanner was cruising his way to his first ever FX Class World Championship. Starting and finishing every leg allowed him to top the field and win his class.
Tanner, you're officially the world champ in the FX class. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. Yeah, I guess I don't really know what else to say, but it's a happy moment for sure.
You guys came into the marathon with some dramatic starts there in Whitecourt, and you kind of missed the start and had to play catch up to a bunch of boats. But as the marathon went out, you were just kind of a steady Eddie, and you were there to start and finish every leg. And maybe not although fastest on every single leg in the FX, you were there right to the bitter end, and it earned you a victory.
Yeah, no, we did. We did pretty good. A lot of people get in your minds and tell you to slow down and turn down your motor and jet it fatter, so you don't know what to think after a while, and you try and take some of that advice and pedal it a bit, but for the most part we put it to the floor. So.
And you will probably have a whole crew to thank after being able to start and finish every marathon like this.
Oh yeah, Clayton, Alex, and Bryce. I mean, couldn't have done it without those guys. And Derek, their consistency throughout this thing has been pretty awesome. So,
congratulations once again on your first time entering a world marathon like this and coming in first. Got to feel good.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it does. Feels pretty cool, and thanks to the wives for sure, because we're all getting those phone calls every day. So.
The second heat of the day was between the top 6 boats in the CX class, and the top 3 boats were separated by only about 2 minutes. Stacy Kelm got the jump on the boats sitting 4th, 5th, and 6th. Kelly Locke in the blue boat was off to a great start and only needs 9 seconds to pass Tim Harding for the second place CX class spot. While Justin Hill in the black boat nearest to the camera needs to keep within 2 minutes of Kelly to keep the class lead and win the World CX Championship. Around the top corner now, and Kelly's already put a decent gap between he and Tim, who's sitting behind Justin in 3rd. Tim's going to be pushing with all he's got to keep Kelly within 9 seconds of him. The race for 4th is also staying tight, while local racer Stacy Kelm works to keep Jake Barney behind him. These boats are so closely matched. Although Kelly Locke won this heat and moved him into second in the CX class, it wasn't enough to catch Justin Hill, who followed in his fellow New Zealand CX class racer Jason Young's success from the 2015 Worlds to come to Canada and win the 2019 CX class World Championship.
Awesome, everybody else, great job. We had a plan in place and we stuck to that plan, and it's worked out for us. A few tense moments, but yeah, the plan worked and we had a good crew and great navigator, obviously Josh.
On behalf of all the Canadians, I want to say thanks for coming over to Canada first and foremost, but thanks for competing so intensely against the Canadians, the Americans here, Tim and Kelly and the likes.
Yeah, we're stoked to be here, and I mean, thank you to my team, Michael and Gay and the rest of my family. And
you'd be nothing without all of these bastards, Justin.
So yeah, thank you to these guys, the team. Mum's obviously in the car making sure everything's all right. But yeah, we wouldn't be here without them, and the Canadians have been amazing. You know, we love coming here, and we're going to keep doing it. And yeah, it's just great fun. Everyone's happy.
So now you stole a CX World Championship from the Canadians here. Are you going to bring an A program next year and see how you compete against Tim and Mark and Barry and Steven and the likes of those guys in the A class?
No, we're going to stick with CX, but after seeing the motor after this one, we need to do some work because there's a few broken things in there. So we're going to go down to States next year and run CX, and you know, we're going to pick up a game a little bit because they're going to be fast down at home. So.
Okay, well, Justin, the Aftershock crew, congratulations, you guys. You are the CX World Champions. Woo!
Oh, that was painful. Feels good, man. Oh, God, this is going to be good. Put him in there. Put him in.
In the A class heat, all eyes were on Tim Greber, because after a motor failure yesterday, he still needs to start the race and complete a portion of it to clinch his A class World Championship title over the second place racer, Stephen Ford. Darren Cage got a great start while Stephen Ford was pushing in second over Chris Cortez, Stephen Shearing, and Barry Fenton. Back downstream now, and Darren's extended his lead over Stephen, while Barry now moved into third. Bringing up the rear is Tim Greber, who's steadily cruising at about 3,000 RPM in hopes that his motor lasts long enough to clinch the title. Darren Cage leads the heat, and after clawing his way up to second place, Barry Fenton finishes his 2019 campaign with a DNF due to mechanical issues. This leaves Stephen Ford in second place both in his heat as well as the A class. While Team Aquaholic managed to lift the boat back onto the trailer and claim his 2019 A class World Championship.
Tim, A-class world champ, how does that sound for you?
Well, it's been a long time coming and I'm happy as hell.
This is your third world championships here in Canada, 2008, 2011, and now 2019.
Yeah, I won in the States in 2008 in B class, and then the new C class, the first time they raced it, it was a tight battle and I managed to get lucky and win there. And this one was a different race altogether from all the other ones. They're all different.
It's pretty happy to see the amount of competitors in the A class coming into this year's marathon, and there was even talks of having even more yet. So you're pretty happy to see a stacked crowd like that, and you're mixing it up with guys like Darren and Steven and Barry.
Yes, you can never count those guys out. They're fast, they're consistent, they're driven, and it takes drive to make this stuff happen.
Brad, you were there all along, sitting in the navigator's seat, wrenching on the boat for all the wee hours. How was the marathon for you?
It was good. It was good. It was put a lot of time and effort into this. It had a really good setup. We went for over all the years we've been riding together. We've been getting better and better at how our boat is running, and we've got it set up so that we have the minimal amount of maintenance, just the important stuff, and is actually quite a relaxing marathon, I thought, compared to others. You know, we didn't have to do a lot of wrenching. Our late nights weren't as crazy as they normally were, except for free running, of course.
Well, we'll see you guys in 2020 and beyond. You going to be competing in U.S. next year?
Well, I'm just a newlywed now, and it's not just up to me anymore. So I'm gonna, if we have a decent winter, and it's a chance. And you know, if there's a chance, you know, we try to take it.
Well, we're hoping to see Team Aquaholic back in the A class and continuing this world title as it goes on.
Thank you very much. We're going to do our level best.
Good job.
The next race was again a mixed heat with 3 Turbine Unlimited boats mixed with 2 U-Spec boats. And the eyes were on Regan Redlick in his U-Spec boat to win his first U-Spec World Championship title if all went well in this heat. Up to this point, Regan was able to start and finish every single leg of the marathon. Darren Weaver got the jump over Gord off the start, but you can see how evenly matched these turbine boats are as they fly up the Peace River towards the top corner. After having a slow start, Brian Austin, the other turbine boat, has now reeled in Randy and is making his way around Regan. Although fighting mechanical issues throughout the marathon, it looks like Randy has his boat working well here on this last day. A few laps in now and you can see the substantial horsepower difference between the U-Spec and Unlimited boats in today's racing. As we come to a close on this 4th heat of the day, Regan Redlick crosses the line to claim his U-Spec World Championship.
There we go. Right here, fellas, right here. There we go. Good job, boys.
Regan, you're pretty experienced in the marathon running and know that it takes starting and finishing every leg to be competitive, and that's what you did here in the 2019 World Championships.
Well, that's all I was really hoping for. I navigated in 3 now, and this is my first one driving. So yeah, coming here, that was just my hope, was just to finish every leg, and where I ended up was going to be what it was, but just to run consistent and make it happen. And that's the biggest goal, because you can be the fastest, but you don't always win. So
being a U-Spec World Champ, where does it go from here? Are you going to keep running 2020 in this class, or what are you going to do?
Well, the class is kind of undecided, especially as far as the world standing goes. We're really hoping that the motor was designed to be in the A class, because there was no real A competitors left at that point.
You're happy where the boat is, hitting the mile an hour it is, and just consistently finishing legs?
Well, you can never talk to a jet boat racer that'll say they're happy with the miles an hour they're hitting, because that's definitely not true. But we always want to go faster. But first couple days was a little slow, but we found a little bit here and there, and we got her back up to competitive anyway, and made it last. And
well, our Mayhem U282, congratulations, you guys, you're world champs.
Again. Thank you.
In the final heat of the day, Ross Schlotauer was sitting first overall with a solid lead over the Quick Kiwi team. So he was just looking for a clean run with no penalties and finishing within at least 8 minutes of the team. Rick Hollingworth came into this final heat only about a minute behind Nigel and Bruce for second overall. So Rick was looking to push hard and maybe nudge up a spot before the finish. Rick got a great start on the left side of the screen, while Chad Burns got away second, Nigel third, and Ross fourth.
If love is blind, don't want to see just what this beauty is doing to me. My aching heart is gonna believe.
Heading back downstream, although Ross is running fourth, he knows he just needs to keep Nigel within his sights to finish first overall.
Long as it's me and you, intoxicated, but babe, I'm drinking you in. I'm captivated. Now you're under my skin. This queen of hearts, she's playing me. And every
With the gap beginning to widen between the boats, Nigel knows he has to keep within a minute of Rick to keep his second place overall. As Nigel and Bruce push hard heading downstream, watch the center of the screen. The turbine comes completely apart in the boat. Fortunately, with the fire retardant safety gear, both Bruce and Nigel escape from the boat unharmed.
I surrender the truth. Long as it's me and you. Surrender.
It was a tragic end for the second place overall Quick Kiwi team of Nigel and Bruce after running such a solid marathon to this point and losing it basically within sight of the finish line. As they took the chopper back to the launch, Ross was coming into the finish to claim his first Canadian-hosted UIM World Championship title.
Competed in 2011 CX. You came with a U-boat in 2015. You finally take the World Championship. You are UIM1. How does that feel?
It feels great. It's a relief. It's a relief to finish the race and be on top, and it's what we've wanted. And if I could pick a country to win in, it's Canada. I think it's the toughest place to win, just because the Canadians, their rivers, and the Canadians are the best. And so to win in Canada is the ultimate.
What's next for you?
We're going to go home and take a few weeks off and then do some maintenance on the boat and go race Lewiston.
Awesome. Well, good luck. We hope to see you back here in years to come. And the Worlds in the U.S. is what, 2021?
Next year, yep, next May.
Awesome. Okay, so 2020, we'll see you competing in Worlds there and hopefully continue that UIM1 title there.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome, Ross. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it.
Good job, Ross. Nigel, Bruce, you guys come all the way from New Zealand running the marathon, and you guys had an awesome showing. Coming into the final day, you were sitting in second overall. What happened to the boat today?
Oh, we were pushing hard because we had to make sure that we were within a minute from Rick. So we're going good, and then the engine just blew up. So yeah, the engine blew up. It shot fuel around the whole cockpit.
Came flying up between us. It got hot quick.
Yeah, and basically our overalls caught on fire. The only thing exposed were our hands, so we got fuel all over our hands, which are burnt. But everything else is fine. But we had to basically jump out of the boat and run away from it because it just exploded. I've never had an experience like that before in my life.
So the safety equipment did its job today?
Yeah, absolutely. I've never been that hot before, so instantaneously. So it's a credit to the safety equipment, actually, yeah.
So what's in store? That boat, I was talking with Mark earlier, and that boat's been in the family for a little while now, and you know, it's a real shame to see it go that way. What's in store for the U249 crew now?
Yeah, well, I feel sorry for Dad because he put so much hours into that boat and it performed well over here, which is just amazing. And it's really a credit to him. But I think we're going to have to come up with something new for probably the New Zealand champs when the Worlds are there in 2 years' time, and bring out something special maybe.
Well, we're hoping to look forward to you guys coming back in 2 years for your own home waters world race, and hopefully with a full finish every last leg of the marathon.
No fire.
Yeah, all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Not 3 laps shy.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks again on behalf of all of Canada. Thanks for coming all the way over here and doing the race like this. And you know, you guys put up an awesome fight, and to see it like this, I think everyone's gutted for you. But we really appreciate what you guys did, and we look forward to having you guys over again.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's been an awesome race and organised amazingly. Volunteers, everything's been great.
Yeah, thanks, and congrats to the guys who actually made it.
Yeah.
Ross put up a bloody good fight.
Awesome race.
Yeah, he got there to the end, no mistakes, and Rick we almost had him and we blew up. So good on him. He made it to the end there, and I have no idea who came third because I'm pretty sure everyone else had DNFs. So it'll be interesting.
As we come to a close on day 9 and the final day of the marathon, I want to thank Compression Technologies for sponsoring today's highlight video, as well as all the sponsors throughout the marathon. Also want to thank all the volunteers and support staff, all the friends and family who helped put together all the race teams and make sure that all the boats were ready for every day of competition. All the timing officials and volunteers who made this race possible this year. Huge thanks to you guys. We hope to see all the competitors next year in the US for the World Championships, or 2023 here again in Canada. Thanks again for following along on behalf of Ty, Les, and myself, Mike, and the whole Velocity Video crew. Thanks for following this marathon this year. We'll see you again next time.
First place, 167, reverse elevator. Anyway, Tanner, Derek. Explain that name to everybody too sometime, will you? All right, first place boat from New Zealand, 248 Aftershock, Justin and Josh. All right, the Weaver Group first place boat, 146, Aquaholic, Tim Gerber and Brad Sandel. And I know these guys want to do a speech. Ian and Louie, come on up, and Grinder. All right, Unlimited first place, 377, Bat Out of Hell, Ross and Jake. Come on up, guys. This year we had a memorial award for one of our lost friends that died in the riverboat accident last year. Not just for him, but for everybody that we've lost over the years in this sport and that sort of thing. So all the racers voted on who they felt was the most passionate team member that inspires other people in this sport and wants people to keep racing and keep going at it and puts up with all of the hardships that this sport has and all that. And so this year we all voted Gord Humphrey team, 357.
I was in New Zealand when Cameron passed this last year. It hit everybody, it hit the racing community very, very hard. And it takes a lot to stand up and keep going after you see something like that. And the only way that we do it is because of the family that we have in the racing. So you know what, for everybody that sticks together in this racing and the love we have with all the teams and how we watch each other, that's why we keep doing it. We don't do it for trophies, we do it because we love the sport and we do it for each other.
Thanks, Gord. All right, first place overall in the Capiston Hauling Carlin Services 2019 World Jet Boat Race is Bat Out of Hell, Ross Schlotthauer, our new world champion. And you're not getting your trophy till you get up here and do a speech. Come on up here.